You check your waistband for guns, weapons?
For what?
Guns and weapons. Do you have knives?
Yeah, I got a knife.
Nope. No knives allowed. Just put it back in your vehicle or something else.
Okay, that's inconsistent with state law, and it's a violation of my rights.
Fox! Not here. Gentleman needs to talk to
Let me
you.
slide over so these people can get through.
Can you lift up your and spin around for me? Thank you.
See, waistline, no guns, no weapons.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
What? Can you show us what you have?
I have a knife.
He has a knife,
Yeah, a knife.
and I'm not sure
Yes,
what
sir.
that is
Knives
over
are not
there.
allowed into the OctoberTest, so we would just like to have you take it back over to your car.
Okay, that's a violation of my rights.
Well, that's the park rules,
That's an illegal rule.
but it's still a park rule. All establishments are allowed to make any type of rules they want to make for their establishment.
Okay, you're
You're
stating.
allowed to take it out on the streets, wear it anywhere you want to wear it in the streets, any stores that allow it, anywhere else that allow it. But any establishment is allowed to make their own rules for their establishment.
Okay, no, that's inconsistent with state law. If you like, I'll show you a copy of the law.
I don't need to
have
see
it right here.
We do
Yeah,
what we're
you
told.
do need to see it if you're quoting it inaccurately. Right here it is.
Well, I can take you down
Right
to
here.
the police officers. You can talk to them.
No, you're violating my rights right here.
That's why I'm gonna take you to the police officers. They know the law, so I can take you to them. So
Okay, well, would you like to know the law before you get to them?
I'm not just gonna take you to the police
That's
officers.
fine. I'll go with you. All right.
I think is that a clip?
Yes, ma'am.
It doesn't really matter on Friday whether it rains or not. We're still gonna have.
It's
a
be
crowd.
packed. Yes, I'm sure you're right.
We're gonna go right up in there.
I'll follow you.
Yes, sir. Hey, Bob. What you got? Right here. We'd like to talk to you about this knife that he's carrying. He says it's his rights.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got a knife on me, and I was just going to come in the gate, and they're telling me I can't come in.
We don't allow anything weapon-wise. What kind of knife is it?
Just out the front.
Okay. Your options are this. We can ask you to take it back to your car, or if you want to leave it with me and come by and pick it up when you're ready to go, we can do that.
Okay, that's still out of violation of state law. The state law specifically states right here
Well,
on the
okay.
business owner's rights and the property rights that no person, property owner, tenant, holder of an event permit, which would be the Oktoberfest, shall prohibit the carrying of concealed or unconcealed firearms on the property, which also applies to knives.
This is a walled off. They've built a perimeter fence around this. We charge admission,
Mhm.
and this is like a private party. Like if you had one in your home.
Okay.
This was rented out by Linkde Oktoberfest Tulsa.
Okay.
And they have the rights to determine house rules for their party, and that's what basically this is.
It's like
Okay.
if I came to your house carrying a bazooka and you didn't want it there, that's within your right.
No, that's inconsistent with state law. This is public property. This is owned by the River Park Authority, which is public property, and public property is always public property, which it says right here into the business owner's rights, 1290.2. And the reason I know that is because I wrote the law and changed it. We changed it back in 2016 with Senate Bill 1057. So Mr. Myers, who's in charge of, who's your executive director of the River Park Authority, knows this is a violation of state law.
Right.
So this will be a violation. Are you an officer?
I'm a retired officer.
Okay, so you're not on
We're retired.
city tire.
We're retired officers. We're just working security for the event.
Okay.
And
Well,
that's-
it's still a violation of state law.
Okay. Well, you've got what you need. I noticed you're wearing a camera.
Yes.
I know you've got what you need now for the purposes of what you're doing, and
Okay.
I am a Second Amendment guy all the way. But my understanding of it and what I understand to be true is that you're correct. This is public property, but it is being right now leased
Right.
by a private enterprise.
Great,
And
because
that's-
right here where it says the holder of an event permit, which is going to be the Oktoberfest, entity shall be permitted to establish any policy or rule that has the effect of prohibiting any person from carrying a concealed or unconcealed firearm, which, by the way, I am armed right now, from entering this under specific guidelines.
And for the purpose, I know I've seen you at everything that means anything lately on the news, and I know that.
Okay, who's your supervisor? Who's the supervisor?
I am the person.
Oh, so you're the one going to take the whole heat on this?
Well,
Actually, you're not taking the whole heat. Every person that's stopped me is going to be involved in a civil action. Let me explain to you where the civil action comes down to, and that you do not escape it, because it applies to you personally also. Because right here in fact, let me go ahead and read that to you so you'll. The state legislature hereby occupies and preempts the entire field on firearms and knives. Okay, any municipality or political subdivision, which will be the River Park Authority, shall adopt any ordinance concerning in any way the sale and keeping, carrying, and possessing of firearms.
Right.
So that's the violation. And then also, under here, it says when a person's rights have been violated, which is me right now, that the protection, the preemption of this section of the violation, the person shall have the right to bring civil action against the persons. That's each person that is said here, I'm not allowed to enter. What was your name again, sir? Bob Randolph. What's your name?
Mark Shelton.
Mark Shelton. What's your name, sir?
I'm Fox.
You're Fox? Oh, your first name's Fox?
Fox,
What's your last name?
Fox.
Only one Fox?
Fox.
Two Fox? Okay. But anyway, this legal action will be against each individual person and also go against the River Park Authority. Who's in charge of the Oktoberfest? There should be someone from management here.
We have a representative from the from Linkde Oktoberfest, and we have a production manager, and then we have someone from River Park. So I think it's kind of a committee that's in charge.
Okay, could you have whoever's in charge of that come over here?
They basically left that to me.
Well,
And like I said, here's the deal. We've run into this every year, and I applaud you. You're the most prepared I've ever seen as far as actually bringing the laws. And most people, once I tell them, I know what you're doing. I know you're making.
but you're going
evidence.
to be the example, and there's no need for that to happen. All that needs to do is that this illegal policy be not enforced.
Okay, it's not an illegal policy.
Yes, it is. Right here it says it is. It says it's illegal.
Well, when did this change?
The state preemption has never changed, or at least in recent time. The policy clarifying public property is always public property changed in 2016.
Right. Well.
And Mr. Meyer is aware of it.
Who's Mr. Myers?
Matt Myers is the executive director of the River Parks Authority.
Okay.
And also each member of the River Park Authority is aware of it also.
Okay. Well, like I said, at this point, you've got what you need. You've got everything on video, and yes, we are.
One more request to make sure. I'd like to speak to who's in charge of the Oktoberfest itself.
I will definitely call the command
Brian.
post. Yeah, call Brian and see if
He'll be over here.
Yeah, Brian is the.
Because denying access to that person is also can add
and
qualifications
I
to
have
the
no
situation.
Problem letting
Okay.
you talk to whoever you want to talk to.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
This is an event where alcohol is consumed, and this has been the way we've handled it for.
Okay, I don't know what difference. That's what the Norman Music Festival told me too, and we did a state injunction against them, and also got it reversed.
And you may be successful.
Oh, there's no maybe too. This will be changed.
Okay.
And it's
And
unfortunate.
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
But as of right now,
Okay. Like I said, I'd just like to speak to someone for in charge of Oktoberfest.
you have Brian then, right?
He's delivering a handicapped person. He's coming
Okay,
straight
gotcha.
here from that.
That's it. Oh, thank you.
I appreciate your time and patience on this too.
Oh, no problem. Like I said, you are the most polite and well.
Kind of sucks, huh?
Well,
We're following orders.
You've done your research.
But again, if they came out with a policy that said no minorities, are you guys going to follow orders?
That's not. Yeah,
It's the exact same thing. It's a civil right
No,
violation,
it's-
sir.
No.
It's a civil right violation. Well, you're getting ready to learn the hard way.
semantics here.
No,
Well,
we're not. We're talking law.
Even the police officers that come in here, if they say they're going to be drinking, they put their gun in a lockbox and we give it back to them.
Well,
when they're
that's
done.
fine. I agree 1,000%. Any person that's consuming alcohol and is in possession of a firearm should be prosecuted. Agree with you 100%. But I know I can come in here and eat some of that awesome food and order a Pepsi or whatever and not consume alcohol.
Right.
And I know that there are others that will do the same.
Right.
So it's the individual right.
Like I said, we'd be glad to hold on to it for you while you go get your bratwurst, and we'll hand it right back to you when you come back.
No, I'm going to like to go ahead and just wait for one of the.
Yes, sir. Lost and found?
Lost and found it at the first fireworks.
Okay.
What's your name,
We'll
by
take
the way?
care of
I'm
it.
Don Spencer. I'm the president of the Oklahoma Second Amendment Association. Mark. Yeah, it's just we go to all the effort to clarify the law, and
I
then
know
it's
what
still
you're saying.
abused.
It's like the marijuana deal. They
Right.
have the people pass a law, and then the state
Right.
tries to.
Right.
Supersede
You're
it.
exactly right.
But yeah,
And I'm not a fan of marijuana, but if someone needs it for their medical purposes, I'm willing to tolerate that. But I also know that they should not lose their rights to own or have a firearm just because that's the prescription they're on.
and you know what's going through our minds are mass casualty events. And
Oh, sure.
We know you're.
I'm
you're
trained
not-
on them too.
You're not likely to be a problem with that, but it's something we have to think about.
Well, I know I'm not going to be a problem in here anyway.
I know. I like I said, I totally get what you're saying.
Okay.
I
Is
just,
someone coming?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we're not wasting the time.
Okay. No,
It's
you're not
just
wasting.
that
Hey, it's OctoberFest. You don't waste time here.
Unfortunately, people are like, we got handicapped. The person that we're having come here to talk to you, he also helps get wheelchair bound and people
Gotcha.
on walkers and stuff. He helps get them in and out of the festival. So,
As soon
yeah,
as he makes his delivery, he'll be right over.
politically,
Appreciate
I'm sure you and I are probably very like-minded.
Well, this isn't politics. It's the law.
See,
So-
where I
Law
have the
and
problem
politics.
is open carry. Because to me, open carry
You know-
means first target.
I would agree if you just put a sign up there that said, guys, no open carry, I would agree with you that people would most likely, without any problem, not give you any fits about it.
Yeah.
And the fact is, most people conceal
How
carry
did they know
anyway.
you were carrying?
They asked. She said, "You have any knives?" I said, "Well, I have a knife." She didn't ask me a gun. So you mean you want to? It's not that efficient, and
Right.
I could have just said no and
I'm
literally
just glad
walked
you
on
came.
through.
I'm just glad you came today.
Well, I'm not trying to be inconvenient, and also I moved out of the way so people could go on by. That's not what we're about.
I know.
We're about just getting these simple things fixed, and this should have been clarified 2 years ago, and they're getting ready to compound their problems along with the gathering place. Although there's actually the Tulsa police backed off that. Did you hear that today? Tulsa police said that they will not be enforcing their illegal policy. He said their policy, the gathering place policy. So I don't know who's going to. If someone's open carrying there, I don't know who's going to enforce it. Some guy with the radio.
Right.
Not much to enforce with.
Yeah.
So
Well, and it's not that I oppose the open carry itself. It's the fact that unless I'm in some kind of uniform, I never open carry because
I agree.
It's to me that says first target.
I got it.
Did you say Simpson? Your last name?
I'm
again?
Don Spencer.
Don Spencer.
Oh, I don't have a business
We have
card. I'm
police
sorry.
officer named Don Spencer.
Yeah, I left my cards out in my car.
And yes, he's this guy's very responsive. He's not slowing down because you're here.
That's
He's
fine.
literally. I mean, if he's not here, it's because he's got something to do.
Nah, at least it quit raining.
Yeah.
So what are you carrying?
I carry a 9mm M&P. I got a full size right now. That's one of the ones I carry.
Wesson?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of made a trooper mad today. We
Made a what? I'm
made
sorry.
a trooper mad today.
That doesn't take much. My experience.
We asked him to put his gun in here, and I think he was gonna be drinking a little bit. So.
Well,
but
the
I
law's
think
pretty clear. He can't do
I
it.
think in his mind, I think in his mind he was only going to have one or two, which, he would not be intoxicated. But like I say, we err on the side of safety.
I got, no problem with that. And I personally think a person can go to a restaurant or something, drink a beer, and it's not an issue. But in current law is nowhere near that. I mean, you even take one sip and you're in trouble. So. Well, it looks like the weather's going to hold off for you.
He's on the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you Google me, you'll find that I got shot twice because I followed the law and didn't take my gun into a place where alcoholic beverages are consumed. And
So
somebody-
you did or did not?
I did not take my gun in, and the place was drive-by shooting took place, and I got the first 2 shots in the knee.
Well, lucky you.
Yeah. So.
Holy
and
cow. How
Showed
long?
up for work the next night.
And totally helpless.
What kind of was it? A drinking establishment or was it a restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a bar. Okay.
Yoda, you're ringing.
Who's Yoga?
Yeah, I've always.
Because restaurants, I don't think twice about it. I mean, I don't ever go in bars anyway. But
Right.
Yeah, Brian.
because the way I learned, if you want to get in trouble, that's a good place to start.
Well.
It'll find you.
Yeah, some guys were, I guess, angry at the owner of the place and decided to set up a ambush outside and started shooting through the front of the building.
Ooh. And you were kind enough to stop the bullets.
Just the first 2. There was 25 I didn't stop.
Man. That goes back to whether a person is licensed or not. If they're just going to do something bad, they're just going to do something bad. It just.
Yep. Like I said, I like law-abiding armed people. That's my. I was on the police department for 30 years. I was never uncomfortable with our firearms laws here.
Well, they're still a little bit too restrictive.
I wish you'd take your energy to places like Illinois and places where there's real constitutional trampling going on. And this is just a private. That's where the government is actually.
Right. No, I agree, and we've been very successful since 2010. I've been the president for 2 years. Since 2010, we've had over 90 changes in state law and repeal of 7 felonies for just the peaceful carry of a gun.
Where is this at? Here?
Yeah, here in Oklahoma. See, last year, people didn't realize, but if you just got on a bus, it was a felony with carrying a gun. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hi, Don Spencer.
Brian Harris. Hold on just 1 second.
Sure.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, good to meet you.
I've been prohibited from entering the park for carrying a knife and for carrying a firearm, which are both legal for me to carry.
Okay.
That's a violation of state law.
Okay.
And make sure you're aware of that.
Okay.
Did you know that?
That not allowing you to carry a weapon and a knife is a violation of state law?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not aware of that. How would it be a violation of state law?
Well, it's right here, and under the business owner's rights,
Okay.
it says no person, property owner, tenant, employer, and holder of an event permit, which would be the OctoberFest,
Okay.
or place of worship or business entity shall be permitted to establish any policy or rule that has the effect of prohibiting any person from carrying a concealed or unconcealed firearm on the property within the specific paragraph 4. The 1277 is park or public property. That's
Okay.
what it's relating to.
All right.
So that's the violation of the law.
What is this that you're reading from?
This is the state statutes from the Oklahoma Self-Defense Act.
Okay. Is this the actual copy that the state puts out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and if you want, I'll turn to it and show you the exact same
Okay.
in there. says 1290.22, which is the same I have here.
Okay.
And it's paragraph D if you would like to read it yourself.
Okay, no, that's okay. I mean, we like you're saying, you know, understand we hold a permit for the area right now.
Correct.
And we chosen for public safety reasons. You also know that the law does allow for different defenses and statutes to be gone around because of public safety issues, right?
No,
So,
there's
yeah.
no such thing.
There is.
Well,
It's
I
been
just-
upheld by the courts.
No, I just
So-
read you the law.
Yeah, I
This is
understand.
the
I
law.
understand what you're saying, but the courts have upheld that for
What
public
courts?
safety issues, all kinds of courts all over the country.
This
so.
was changed specifically 2 years ago because of Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Okay, well that's fine.
All
I
right.
understand. Well, the situation is here that you're not allowed to come in with a knife or a firearm. Okay. If
Okay.
you have a problem with that, then you need to take it up in the proper avenues, which would be the court system.
Okay, no, what's going to happen if I enter?
You'll be asked to leave.
Okay, well, I'm already in.
Okay. Well, then we escorted out right now because you're not going to come in here with a knife.
And if I don't wish to be escorted out, what happens?
well, the police have the discretion to take action against you.
What would
And
that action be?
It could be being arrested for criminal trespass.
Why would it be a criminal trespass when I'm legally here?
Because you're on land, you're on private property.
No, I'm
that's
on
being
public property.
permitted.
This is public
It's
property.
private property right now.
No,
because
it's not. Right
permitted,
here.
so.
I just read to you.
Okay. Well, I'm
the
just
holder
telling you
of
what's
an
gonna
event
happen.
permit.
The proper venue to take care of this is
Okay.
to file through the courts and let the courts handle it and make their decisions.
Okay, now
I can tell you what's going to happen today.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, now let's make sure you understand because you're violating my rights. And here is the state firearm preemption law, and it says that the state hereby preempts the entire field in any way firearms and knives of the state, and any municipality or political subdivision cannot interrupt that either.
Okay.
No municipality or political subdivision in this state shall adopt any ordinance, or regulation concerning in any way the possessing, carrying of firearms or knives. So that's what you're violating now. And violating that, I'll make sure you understand this. This is what's the remedy. I will be suing you personally. What's your name, sir?
That's Brian Harris.
Brian Harris. And here it says, when a person's rights pursuant to the protection of the preemption provisions of this section have been violated, which is what's going on, the person shall have the right to bring civil action against the persons, which is you, which is the officers here, the municipality and political subdivision, both jointly, severally, for injunctive relief or monetary damages, or both.
And that'll be
And
great because that'll allow
you're
the
great
judge
with that.
you know what?
You have no problem spending
Everybody has a
$50,000.
right to sue all kinds of people for all kinds of things.
Okay.
And I've been in court many times on different issues,
Okay.
and the judge settles the issue. And if this is something
What's-
that you feel that strongly about, that you want to take it to court and have a judge settle it, that's your right to do.
Well,
So-
you understand it'll be against you personally,
I understand.
and you're fine with that. Okay, good.
Would not be the first time
That's
I've been
20
in
to
front of a judge,
50,000.
so, okay,
Well, it sounds like if you obeyed the law, you wouldn't be in front of a judge.
Well, it's not an issue of obeying the law. It's an issue of these are the policies we have in place. We've consulted with the police
It's
department.
not
the
an
police
issue
department
of
agrees with
obeying the
ours,
law.
so, okay. Well, I'm just telling what's going to happen today. Okay.
Okay, so what's going to happen?
So right now, I'm going to ask you to leave the property.
Okay, I'm not going to leave the property because I've already paid, or actually I've already been allowed in.
Okay. Well, you can turn your knife in if you'd like to stay. That's fine.
No, I'll keep my knife. It's fine
Then
where it's
we're
where it's
happy
at.
to refund your admission fee. Then.
No, I
Oh, you
didn't. I
pay to
didn't.
get
I
in
didn't
then?
pay.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah. Then you need to leave.
I paid for parking. My fault. I paid for parking.
You're more than welcome to stand outside the gated area if you like, as much as possible. But you're
Well,
not
I
gonna
want
sit
to.
outside.
What officers are going to show up to have me removed?
I'm turning it over to Corporal Shelton right here.
We're just
So.
gonna ask you to come out. I mean, anybody who we've ever had before has never violently opposed.
I'm not violent. I'm not violent here at all. I want to know what officer is
what
going to
we're hoping.
remove me.
No.
Will it be physical?
It could be.
So you're threatening physical
I'm
harm
not
to a
threatening
peaceful
physical
person.
harm. I'm telling the police department right here, who has a lawful authority to remove you from the property.
Excuse me. He's
that we would
he's
like you
security.
removed from the property.
He's the
So,
security. He's not the police department. I want to know who from the police department is going to be here.
Okay. Do you need to call? We need to call an on-duty unit out here to deal with it.
I can.
Because he knows that they're also going to be named in this issue.
Well, I'm not. That's not the issue I'm worried about. As far as calling on duty people out here right now. Like I said, most everybody has just been happy to get the evidence they need. I mean, you're armed right now, and I don't. You talk about this is going to get it physical. Well.
No, I was going to ask if I was going to be harmed.
You're not going to be harmed.
Okay, well, if
We're just going to ask you to leave. I mean, if you're armed and you're not going to comply with us, well then, and you wanting, I think what you're asking for us.
Well, you've been nice. If I'm going to be escorted out, it'd have to be by a nice guy like you.
I'd be happy to.
Can we do that?
I'd be happy to escort you out.
Can I have a bottle of water?
Absolutely.
Can we top that off? 'Cause since beer's not going to work, right?
You can even go for the hard stuff. There's Dr. Pepper?
Oh no,
we're more than happy for you to stay here and come and enjoy a beer and do all you would like. You just have to
I
do it
don't
with
have a
guidance,
firearm and
so.
drink beer because that's against the law too.
Well, yeah. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. If you like to put your
Just
your
make
stuff in
sure.
the car or whatever.
Also, the Norman Music Festival attempted to do exactly what you're doing,
Okay.
and they were injuncted, and also it was stopped and reversed.
Okay.
I can tell you right now, if you're successful and
There's no
and-
if
or
to
you're-
it. It's when.
and, okay, when you're successful and the policy changes, man, there is not a problem in the world. We're gonna
You're
have
going to take the hickey for them. You're
This
taking
is-
the hickey for them,
yeah,
and that's
you
going to cost you.
understand, though, too, that this isn't about, on our end, it's not about rights. It's about safety.
That's-
Like you said,
rights
drinking
is
beer,
safety.
Drinking beer, people out here having weapons, things like that. It doesn't make any sense.
That's what they said
Why
at the
would
Norman
you-
Music
Well,
Festival
it just
too.
doesn't. It just doesn't make any sense. It's common sense.
It's exactly what they said at the Norman Music Festival.
No one wants to violate rights. I mean, I have rights too. I don't want my rights being violated. I'm not.
Well,
a
they are right now.
disbeliever in
Your rights are
guns.
being violated right
But I
now.
know if I walk into a festival like this anywhere in the state or the country or whatever, they're gonna ask me to leave my firearm out. It's a public safety issue. I'm gonna be like, okay, it's fine.
No,
I
it's
understand.
that's a violation of law. So, all right, sir, you're ready whenever.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you. Appreciate
Enjoy
that.
your water. Yep, absolutely. Have a good day.
Thank you.